Microphone plugged in instead of unplugging it. That's the end of the show. That's the end of your happiness. Guys, I've been trying and pleading to get Robbi to leave the microphone plugged in. She won't do it. She is deeply paranoid.
I am deeply paranoid. Now I got a little pepper stuck in my throat.
Well, the things that you missed were totally unimportant. That's the good thing.
No, I was pointing out the blemish on my face, how I chose my sweater to camouflage the blemish on my face. And I was
demonstrating some squats. Let's not linger on the errors that we make. Let us move forward.
We're going to sally forth as if nothing happened. Matthew, get to your squats.
Okay.
Squats, sideways, back, straight, up. All right?
I'm trying.
I was talking to the people.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
The Robbi and Matthew Show.
Oh, squats are good. I should do squats
Matthew.
more often.
And the thing about squats is, if you do them faster, it's not good. You got to do them like at a slow, steady pace.
I saw a headline in the Washington Post, which I read these days, that said the ideal pandemic exercise is squats.
What?
I didn't read the rest of the headline.
I was going to say, what makes it ideal?
I think because it's good for your whole body. It's pretty easy to do and doesn't require going outside.
Well, apparently I knew that, and that's why I made you guys do squats
Thank you,
today.
Robbi. Thank you for being so forward-thinking. Everybody is very relieved over here.
Yes.
You know, guys, every once in a while, we cut out the audio on purpose to make you miss the dulcet sounds of our voices. You're like, oh, I wish I could hear those guys. Absence makes the heart grow thunder. And the ears.
Who said that, Matthew?
A wise. No. Somebody else do that. Don't make Matthew do that.
Well, that's what I was just assigning that to somebody else.
William, get on it.
Please find out
Kylie, come on.
Originally wrote, I think it was
who
in
else?
a poem.
Who else can I give that to?
A Principal Schaefer.
Yeah.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I feel like it's part of a poem. Is it not? Or is it just
I don't know,
an
Robbi.
expression?
I was an English major that didn't read that thing. Okay. Can we start referring to Principal Schaefer as P.S.? It's a little snappy.
No.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
You know
What's
what?
next? What's next? What?
In the real McCoys, we often would internally refer to Principal Jones as PJ.
PJ, yeah. Because
be like, PJ needs
Principal Jones takes so long to say. All right. What's next? Robbi apologizes for telling you what?
How to do the triangle pose wrong.
Oh, did somebody call you out on it?
No, but I was like, what are you supposed to do with your other arm
We're all
during the
blurry
triangle
all of a
pose?
sudden. I don't know why that is.
There we go.
There we go. Now we're sharp. Do you want
Triangle
to...
pose looks like this.
Okay.
But you know what, guys? I have a messed up shoulder, so...
Do you want me to do it?
I think I can do it.
Okay.
You have to keep your legs straight and spread.
Okay.
One arm goes straight up in the air. The other arm touches your ankle.
And then someone tickles you while you...
No!
Oh, sorry.
And you are supposed to look up at these fingers.
Oh.
Okay?
I'm glad I don't have to do that.
So we're going to do that
during
Matthew's theme song because... Oops.
Do I have to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Matthew's theme song
Yeah.
is so, relaxed and chill.
All right. I'm making a triangle.
That it's the right thing to do.
Here we go.
Yoga too.
Nobody needs to hear anything more about my theme song. They know how relaxed and chill it is. All right.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Standing up, ready for the triangle pose?
Here we go. Oh my gosh.
You're supposed to be in the triangle pose this whole time.
Oh.
Look up at your fingers, straight up. Your arm needs to go straight up to the sky.
I can't get any straight up to the sky than that.
You can't?
No.
Matthew's more broken than I am, apparently.
I'm not broken at all. I was pointing straight at the sky. Your head was sideways. You don't even know where the sky is. Robbi doesn't even know where the sky is, you guys. I'm really worried about her. I was so pointed at the sky. The sky was like, hey, why are you pointing at me, man? Dude.
All right.
The sky was like Grant, and I was like the ground, and I was pointing at Grant like the dude looks at the sky. All right? That's what I'm saying.
All
Who's
right.
next?
Of course.
Punching to Robbie's theme song. All right. I'm not a puncher, Robbi.
What?
I'm a writer, not a fighter.
Wow.
Don't you understand?
Did you just come up with that just now?
Yeah, man. All right.
I'm a writer, not a fighter.
All right. I'm just going to do a little sort of like Sugar Ray Leonard, just sort of being real.
No, Sugar Ray Leonard knocked people out. What are you talking about?
But he was so gentle and sugary. Wasn't he called Sugar Ray because he was just so gentle and sweet?
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to do it like...
Somebody find out why Sugar Ray Leonard was called Sugar Ray Leonard, please.
Robbi is cooler. Robbi is cuter. And Robbi's just better than Matthew.
That was very relaxing. I think I made it through the exercise part of the program without tiring myself out. So I didn't have to be relaxed, Matthew, to survive.
Oh, I'm so glad.
All right, that's all I'm saying. Like, I found a sweet spot.
Was it the exercise? It's not the exercise part of the program that made you so tired.
The smoldering intensity of our fans' demands and expectations of us. You guys hold us to such a high standard.
If this is high standards, the whole world is in trouble.
All right, what's next? I want to know what's happening next. All right, here we go. Drink water. Okay, let's do it. Do you know what? I wasn't even looking at the agenda. I was looking at the comments.
I just want you to know.
The Shanks are working on something. I hope that we'll see that one of our pieces of research. What's the matter? What?
When I originally filled these up, you must have filled up a separate set.
What is the problem?
I filled mine up less full than yours.
No. I saw that one was less full, and I added some water to it.
You did not.
Here. I did. I was trying to be generous.
Thank you. I was trying to have a faster time. Cheers, pros, kampai, chin chin. That's another one that somebody pointed out.
In what language?
I don't know. I think that might be just English.
Chin chin? Like
chin
chin, like bottoms up?
No, that's the sound it makes when you go chin chin.
Chin chin. Oh, we had such a little.
We actually
Let's try that. I don't think we could ever do that again. I don't want to try.
That was by accident.
On your marks.
The double chin.
Get set. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Chin chin. Refreshing.
I did better that time, I think.
That was fast.
Yeah, I think I did better.
I'm inspired by you. Okay.
For those of you who wonder why we drink every day on this show.
Because it's good for your health.
It's good for you. We're trying to encourage you all to hydrate. Being hydrated is important.
People in general don't drink enough water.
Yes.
And the water flushes out your body. It gets out the bad stuff. It helps bring in the good stuff.
Look what's happening.
What? The color changing? That's exciting, Rob. No. Please. Robbi, oh my gosh. Robbi is so easily distracted by trifles, even though she can endure things that are actually big deals endlessly. Robbi is wired backwards. Robbi is a robot, you guys. And when people were hooking everything together inside of her, they put some of the things in the wrong slot so that Robbi gets really distracted by small things. Come on back, Robbi. Oh, man. It was very hard to be here without you for that 27 seconds.
I do get distracted by small things.
We think it should be grapevine steps. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I love the grapevine.
Is that a dance
Who suggested that?
Lamb and Turtle
We're doing the grapevine tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I once took, what is that called? Aerobics in college because we had PE credits. We had to take PE classes in my college.
Yes.
And I had to always stand in the back because I was so bad at following the directions that I would mess everybody up behind me.
You're bad at following directions, Robbi?
Terrible at following directions, especially in aerobics where it happens so quickly you can't do it at the same time that the person tells you.
Robbi's not bad at following directions. She just doesn't want to.
I like to do it. No, that one was I was bad at, but I did learn the grapevine, and it was one of my favorite moves because it was the only one that I could do.
I've never even
with
heard
any
of this.
reliability.
I've never even heard of the grapevine. Oh, I heard it through the grapevine, but I haven't heard of the grapevine.
Not the same.
What's up next? What's happening? Theme of the week. You must center. You must make it legible by putting it in front of the camera.
Oops.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Remind everyone about the theme of the week. Robots. Assignments due today. You guys, this is the reckoning.
Or tomorrow. Today is Friday.
You can't say due today on the agenda and then say or tomorrow.
I feel like I never clarified earlier in the week that today was the due date.
You guys, Robbi is cutting you slack. I feel like you are trampling all over Robbi's goodness.
I'm cutting you slack because it was my mistake not to have told you when I wanted to hear this information.
Let's be very clear. What happens if between now and tomorrow you do not receive scads of robot research?
I will be disappointed in the entire world.
Robbi was once disappointed in me for like 15 minutes, and it broke me. Okay? You guys don't want Robbi to be disappointed with you at all, let alone for 15 minutes. Do the right thing. Go online, learn about robots, send us what you know. Okay, you guys? Wait, did somebody send us a robot joke? Didn't somebody send us a robot joke?
Somebody sent you a coffee joke.
Oh, a coffee joke. Are you going to tell it?
I'm going to tell it in the next segment.
Got it. Okay. Theme of the week, assignments today, move it that way, other way. Robbi
releases Maris from detention.
Okay.
Thank you, Maris.
Okay.
You did send me some very interesting things.
Good job, Maris.
That we will talk about
Is Maris
later.
a relative of Maeve?
Yes.
Of the sassy
Maeve.
Of the sassy Maeve? Is Maris sassy too?
I believe so.
I mean, Maris is a pretty darned sassy name.
Yeah.
Wow, that must be one sassy dinner table. How do you guys deal with that? Anecdotes? Stories? Does potato get flung across the table?
Oh, no. Sassy people don't.
Or do you just sort of
aggressive.
pass it like, here's the potatoes?
What are you talking about?
What?
Sassy is good. You're making Sassy sound like
That
terrible
was good.
people.
No, I want someone to pass potatoes to me like that. I want Maeve to pass potatoes to me and like, yeah, here's the potatoes. Was that sassier? I don't know how to be sassy.
I don't think you
I'm
do.
just.
I don't
All right, let's
think
move
you
on.
do.
Let's move
You're
on.
just being
Maris,
mean
you're out of attention.
and
I'm not
rude.
being mean.
Rude.
I'm admiring the M's.
All right.
All right. Let's move to
Oh,
the
look,
next
the
item.
Shanks thought it was tomorrow. They're still working.
Okay.
It is tomorrow. It can be tomorrow. It's okay.
Robbie is the
okay.
worst
I made
principal.
I am
Principal
the worst
Schaefer,
principal.
bring order back to these
Yeah.
proceedings. All right. Twins. Maris and Maeve are twins. But Maris is not a sassy. Okay.
All right,
Fair
all right,
enough.
all right.
Robbie reads her magnum opus, I Made a Robot, while 5A, Matthew illustrates it, and do we see 5B now or later?
No, there's just a 5A.
Oh, you can't have just a 5A.
I know, but I just wanted a little.
That's not correct.
I know.
There needs to be a 5B.
Guess what?
Will you add a 5B?
Guess who
you
doesn't
can't
follow
have
directions?
a 5A without a 5B. Add the 5B.
right.
Add a 5B, or I will parliamentary.
All right.
I will call you. I will bring you in front of the council, and you will be censured. What happens to Robbie when she's censured? Nothing, because Robbie breaks her shackles like a golden cougar.
What?
Yeah, like this. Yesterday, before we went to bed, before Jasper went to bed, he wanted to be tickled and he wanted to be scared. So he was like, Papa, tickle me. So I tickled him. And then he said, now scare me. And I was like, rah. And he's like, no, like this. Rah. So we had a very specific way of wanting
Yes.
to be scared.
Of course.
This
you
is-
don't want to be scared in a way that you are unhappy
I
with.
did tickle him properly. I just
Good.
did not scare him right. All right, fair enough. Go on. Matthew shuts his pie hole. Friends, this is a pie hole. That is where the pie goes. I once tried to put the pie in through here.
No good.
Not effective.
Doesn't work.
Pie doesn't go in here.
Nope.
Pie doesn't go in here.
Nope.
Goes in here.
And
Do I
yet
seem to be
It
shutting
is
it?
not shut. There we go.
Good luck doing the show without me with my shut pie hole.
All right.
You already regret it. You already regret it. Okay.
I do. I better change
I have the pen.
agenda.
So no, it's okay. I'm going to illustrate while Robbie reads the story that she wrote. Guys, I'm so excited. Robbie have you ever written a story for me before?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. This is a first. This is exciting. Has Matthew read Robbie's story? Matthew has not. Robbie offered that to me, but I said no. I want authenticity. I want to. We have requests for ripping up the agenda.
Oh, I should have added that. I'm
G-Pup
sorry.
is working through today's show. Oh, back in the office with me. E is on her own with the big TV. Oh, G-Pup
Yes,
is Grant.
that's Grant,
Oh,
yeah.
All right, fair enough.
5C. Matthew opens up his pie hole.
Okay, it's open. It's staying
already
open.
did it.
It's not getting shut.
All right.
It shuts periodically to make plosive sounds. All right, Robbie. So am I going to? Are you going to read it first and then I illustrate it?
I'm gonna
Or are
read
we
it
going to do it in
while
real
you-
time?
I'm going to read it while I think
You going to read it again?
I might read it again,
Okay.
or if you have questions,
Okay,
or if
all
you
right.
have lost track of
All right.
what you're supposed to be drawing.
Can
now,
you make sure that you push whatever
Yes.
buttons you need to push?
you
So
need to stay away from that for a second.
wait a second. I don't
Yeah.
wanna.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Still
there's
stay
your
away from
page.
it? Still?
stay away from
Okay. All right.
it.
You gonna put the title of the story on the page? What's happening? here?
No, I'm just kind of. I'm gonna try to take away some of the things that are.
Are you gonna create simplicity for me and
I'm
ease
trying to.
and order, and harmony? Bare bones. She just
Bare
clicked something that said bare bones.
Yes, this is a bare bone setup.
That's kind of like when you put a toddler into a crib. You take the scissors out and the matches and.
This was just so that there weren't so many distractions for other people.
Robbie,
This wasn't for you.
Robbie doesn't want me to be injured.
Now,
yes.
there are certain things that you can do, Matthew. You can ask me to set it to the eraser or to the pen.
Matthew
okay?
doesn't erase.
You should probably erase.
Okay.
There's also I can move the paper around if you get done on one section and you want to.
I appreciate these generous offers.
Just say.
I'm just going to make
just
everything
need to
right
tell
the
me.
first time.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
I made a robot friend. That's the title of the story.
Hooray!
But it's also the first line.
Okay.
So I didn't want you to think I was repeating myself.
Okay.
I made a robot friend.
Wait, you just repeated yourself.
I did,
Okay.
but that's because one was the title and
All
one
right,
was
all
the
right,
first
all
sentence.
right.
Mom told me I needed to try harder to make friends, and so I built one out of her blow dryer, a fan, and bits of wire I tore out of the back of the TV. At first, things were great. My robot friend was everything I'd ever wanted in a friend, which frankly wasn't much. What is that? Oh, I see. That's the blow dryer and the fan. Got it? Mostly just someone to listen to me talk about my favorite video game, where you can cut down trees and money rattles out of the stumps. And if you take the money to the druid monkey in the Windward Cave, he will give you a helmet that shoots off your head and stuns enemies and makes money rattle out of their bodies. At first, my robot friend was really good at listening all about my favorite video game. Then, he got tired of listening, I guess. He started wanting to blow dry things. There really isn't much to blow dry in my house, so he blow dried my peanut butter and jelly sandwich I was eating for lunch. Then, he blow dried the sink, and the toilet, and the towels in the bathroom, then the stairs, and Dad's hat, and a basket of apples on the counter, then some socks, and a receipt, and a bottle of olive oil. Blow drying all of these things didn't seem to be much of a problem, so I let him just keep blow drying while I collected enough money to give to the druid monkey. Mom yelled at me when she found him blow drying some flowers she had just brought in from the garden. He had also blow dried a bag of flour, but had opened it first to see what was inside. Mom was pretty mad. "What is this?" she yelled. "My robot friend," I yelled back. "What is it doing?" she yelled. "It's blow drying things, I guess," I yelled back. "Tell your robot friend to knock it off," she yelled. "Why are we yelling?" I yelled back. "Your robot friend is so loud," she yelled. "Tell me about it," I yelled back. "He's been blow drying stuff all morning." "Get him to stop," she yelled. So I took my robot friend apart, put Mom's blow dryer back in the drawer, put the fan back in the basement, and stuffed the wires back into the TV. Mom never asked me to make friends again. I have rattled so many coins out of so many enemies that I made it to the next level, where I need to control a blow-drying robot without disassembling him. It is the hardest level. The end.
I loved your story, Robbi. It was full of really surprising phrases. I found it very difficult to listen to your story while I was
draw at the
illustrating
same time.
it. I had a very hard time following it, so I'm not sure I have any idea what it was about. But I did enjoy several
Tell me what
times.
you're trying to do,
I'm just
though.
trying to move you so that people can see what Mom has to say. I'm not sure the story has ever been illustrated more successfully. I did here show the main character.
I see how that works.
You see? So he is a fan with a blow dryer on his head.
Yes.
He doesn't have any way of getting around because he doesn't have any legs. He sort of has like soupy octopusine manifestations that help him stay roughly erect.
Interesting. In my research on robots, I found a robot that had legs, that had 4 legs, and that it walked around like a spider.
Yeah.
And it was highly mobile because of the way that its legs work. Because its knees bent backwards and forwards, and its ankles bent backwards and
love
forwards.
that. That's utterly irrelevant to this story
I'm
because
sorry.
this robot has very ineffective legs. He just has little appendages. The wires don't have the rigidity that they would need.
I see. That's
so
a problem.
Based on the things that your story chose to make this robot about, he had no way of getting around.
Whoa.
So he has...
I feel you could have made some fan action help him mobilize.
You absolutely misunderstand this robot. He has a fan face, and he has a blow dryer on his head that allows him to ineffectively blow in very limited directions. Okay?
Okay, well, that does not hold true with my story.
The druid monkey,
Yeah.
here he is on the hill. See, he has like a hood on.
I see.
Because he's a druid. He's got a banana because
Hold
that is the
on.
brand... What?
It's the Windward Cave, not the Windward Hill.
Well, his cave is just on the other side of the hill. He's come up to the top to be as heroic as possible.
I see.
Here I am hauling money. When I say I mean the protagonist of the story.
Yes.
Hauling money up the hill. It's a wagon full of money. See how I'm leaning into it because
Yes,
it's so
that's a
heavy?
good drawing.
Right, I thought so too.
Yeah.
I drew the sandwich not because it was particularly important, but because I am a little bit hungry, and the thought
see.
of a peanut butter jelly sandwich
So
is appealing to me.
Your just personal situation as the illustrator
Well, in that moment,
influenced your choices.
Well, you also mentioned a word that I knew how to sort of draw. So that is what made me, in that particular moment, oh, good drawing, says Patrick. Thank you very much. And then here, I thought it was important for us to see the antagonist of this story as Mom and her unreasonable attitudes. So rather than writing any of Mom's words, I just put in... I
said mad.
I put them down. I just encapsulated them
or
briefly.
maybe it says map.
No, it says mad. It says mad. That didn't really help any. Robbi, I don't know. How do you feel about my efforts?
I feel like your explanations helped a lot.
Okay.
However, I do want to point out that good illustrations should require zero explanations. That's part of the hard thing about illustrating.
I'm going to read the story.
All right.
Maybe you could add some amendments.
Oh, good.
Okay?
Okay.
Maybe you could either amend my illustrations or add your own. What do you think you want to do?
I want to amend yours.
Okay. I made a robot friend. Mom told me I needed to try harder to make friends, and so I built one out of her blow dryer, a fan, and bits of wire I took out of the back of the TV. Maybe you could bring us back now so that people aren't stuck not seeing our delight, the delight of us. I think, there you go. Hi, guys. I missed you.
I'm going to shrink us down, though.
That's fine.
We don't need to be that big.
Oh!
That
hurt.
Now we have to talk in little tiny voices.
My natural expressiveness can't translate at that size. All right, here we go. At first, things were great. My robot friend was everything I'd ever wanted in a friend, which frankly wasn't much. Mostly just someone to listen to me talk about my favorite video game, where you can cut down trees, and my favorite video game, where you can cut down trees and money rattles out of the stumps. And if you take the money to the Druid Monkey on Windward Cave, that's part of a video game?
Yes.
I didn't appreciate that.
Oh.
He will give you a helmet that shoots off your head and stuns enemies and makes money rattle out of their bodies. At first, my robot friend was really good at listening all about my favorite video game. I thought that's something that really happened in his life.
Oh.
Okay. Then he got tired of listening, I guess. He started wanting to blow dry things. There really isn't much to blow dry in my house, so he blow dried my favorite peanut butter and jelly sandwich I was eating for lunch.
My favorite peanut butter? I don't think I said favorite.
I guess a writer was trying to...
Somebody was trying to impose some...
To improve your sentence, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
This is getting better. Robbi is making this better. All right. Just like the word favorite. Utterly transformed that sentence. Then he blow dried the sink. Is it blow dried or is it blue dry?
Blew it dry.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know?
And the toilet. And the towels in the bathroom. Then the stairs. And Dad's hat. And a basket of apples on the counter. Then some socks. And a receipt. And a bottle of olive oil. He's just a blow drying fool. Blow drying all of those things didn't seem to be much of a problem, so I let him keep blow drying while I collected enough money to give to the Druid Monkey. But that's a little confusing because he didn't say I went to to play the game and collected the money. It sounds like in life he was collecting money for the Druid Monkey. That's why I got confused.
I apologize.
So I got confused. Mom yelled at me when she found him blow drying some flowers she had just brought in from the garden. Why, Mom? Why gotta be so rigid? He had also blow dried a bag of flour.
What?
Quiet, Robbi Bear. But he had opened it first to see what was inside. Mom was pretty mad. If you open the bag of flour and then blow dry it, it's going to make quite a mess, right?
Yes.
What is this? She yelled. My robot friend, I yelled back. What's it doing? She yelled. It's blow drying things, I guess, I yelled back. Tell your robot friend to knock it off, she yelled. Why are we yelling? I yelled back. Your robot friend is so loud, she yelled. Tell me about it, I yelled back. He's been blow drying stuff all morning. Get him to stop, she yelled. Oop, that's today's silent burp.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So I took my robot friend apart, put Mom's blow dryer back in the drawer, and put the fan back in the basement, and stuffed the wires back into the TV. Mom never asked me to make friends again. That's the moral of this story. Don't ask your children to make friends. I have rattled so many coins out of so many enemies that I made it to the next level, where I needed to control a blow-drying robot without disassembling him. It's the hardest level. That's pretty meta, okay? In his video game, he reiterates the trials and travails of the preceding section of his actual life. Did you intend that, Robbi?
I did.
Yeah. So he's already prepared. He prepared for life by living life. He prepared for his game by living life. That is a remote... that's a game. What do you think, you guys? Has Robbi improved this? Has she made it just
what
worse?
What happens at the end? He has to then...
He has to go play the game.
He has to play the game and he has to conquer the robot.
He needs to control a blow-drying robot without disassembling him. It is the hardest level. Wow. I thank you for honoring my design of the robot by showing him there. You did him very well, Robbi. I appreciate it. What's that?
That's
the
another
stump?
tree stump.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Nice. We have the flower. We have the flower and the flower. We have the flowers and then the flower little homonym action there. We've got the toilet. We've got the robot. What is this right here on the robot? What is that?
Oh, that was Dad's hat. I drew Dad's hat first, and then I realized I needed to actually show the blow dryer.
I see. Okay.
Blow drying something.
Okay, and then on the main illustration up there, you added the hill, the trees.
Yes, I made it into a video game so that would no longer be confused.
I want to
Matthew.
play that video game. You know, I was only confused, not because any liability in your writing, but just because I was trying to draw the
I know,
robot.
there's a lot to keep track of.
It's a lot, so. Wow. Wow.
There we go.
Wow. Wow. Nice work, Robbi. I feel like you made things better. I really
think
do.
that if you had more time, you probably would have been able to cover more information.
You know what I've learned about my drawing?
What?
The more time I have, the worse my drawing gets. So I'm going to do something this afternoon called Matthew Draws You Guys, where I draw 4 celebrities, and I put them on the internet, and then people have to guess who they are. So it was good that I had a little warm-up here. But I have learned that the longer I spend on a given celebrity, the less and less they look like themselves.
Well, you add more details and they somehow start to become old.
I got to capture them all at once or not at all. Especially beautiful young women. They are the hardest for me to draw. I end up making them look like
haggard,
they've been ravaged by the decades.
Yes.
Robbi, that was fun. Thank you. For everyone rolls their eyes at this terrible experiment. Hey guys, what do you think? Was it a hoot, hoot, holler, and hop? Or do you think we should put it away in a chest?
Nobody has to confess to thinking that this was a hoot, hoot, holler, and hop.
I mean...
Nobody agreed to that. We will never designate anything again.
Do you think this is another time when our
comments
have gotten...
disappeared? I don't know.
Do you guys just have
Maybe
nothing
you guys are
to
just
say?
stunned by
Are you
our,
disgusted?
Our
Tell us
amazing
something.
art.
We want to know whether you enjoyed this
Yes.
experiment or whether we
All
should
right.
never do
Guess
it
where
again.
we're at now.
Where are we? Jokes!
Jokes, although I don't think anybody has had any jokes.
Not even one. Let's see.
We have...
Usually there's no jokes.
Yeah,
No jokes.
No jokes.
At all.
But...
You guys.
Chin Chin is Italian. Thank you, Lemon Turtle.
Okay, well that makes one. Gin. Do you like touch chins when you say it?
No, it's the sound.
Do you want to try?
We already
do you want to try
established that.
touching the chins?
We already established that. Okay.
Oh, we're hooting and hollering over here. All right. All right.
All
No
right.
jokes today. I think
No
that's
jokes.
a first.
Wait,
It's a little
but
bit.
there is a joke. I'm going to tell the joke.
Okay.
There was a lot of I was talking about how I thought coffee tasted terrible.
Right.
And
I thought you said it's for the next show. Did you?
But I decided
Okay.
since there's no jokes.
Okay. I saw the punchline.
Oh, you did.
I did. But they don't know it.
Okay.
They don't know it.
So what do you call? What is it? What was it?
I don't know. I only know the
A
punchline.
coffee argument. An argument about coffee.
An argument about coffee. An argument about coffee. You might learn a new word here. A brouhaha.
A brouhaha.
A brouhaha. BROUHAH. It's a great word. Brouhaha.
Didn't we try to name Bobbly Books brouhaha?
I think so. We tried lots of names,
then
but it
there
was
was-
taken. It was taken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it sounds fun. It's just fun to say. Hey, Robbi, want to get involved in a brouhaha?
brouhaha.
I think. What is the technical definition of brouhaha? It's like, is it an argument, or is it a big ordeal, or is it a disaster?
I don't think it's an argument. It's just it's one of those things where dust is flying everywhere.
Do you think that the illustration project we just survived could be called a brouhaha?
Yes.
And it felt like that at certain moments in the
I
midst.
feel like a brouhaha is a little bit more aggressive.
Okay, right now we got...
It's 1:30.
We just got a Robbi is better,
Yeah,
like without
thank
any
you.
sort of provocation.
Well, I think
just
we were
for the
trying
sake...
to make sure that the comments were working.
I see.
Obviously, they were
All right,
working.
thank you, friends. We're
Thank
going to go
you.
over to the other place
Over
now.
to the next one.
We'll see you over... What?
We got one robot joke right at the last
Oh.
minute. Why did the robot get angry, Matthew?
Because it was wired.
Oh, that's good.
Because its motherboard got mad at it.
No.
Why did a robot get angry? What?
Because someone was pushing its button.
Button was pushing his buttons.
that's a
Yes.
good one.
All right.
All right.
All right, friends.
Move over to
Goodbye.
the little guys.
We
We'll
will
see
see
you in a
you
minute.
later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oops.
Chin, chin, chin.
That's
What?
not how you use
Chin,
chin.
chin.
No.